Alright, welcome everybody to the 7th edition of Team Lesnar Wrestling Show. As always, Tyler Keller here to talk about some wrestling here. And of course, I've got some questions here to answer from the Phenomenal 116. Well, Kurt Angle returned to the WWE. I would like to say he will. At least for another match or two. But you never know. He's getting to that age, and I don't know if WWE's going to chance it. But I think they should chance it like anyone else would. And let him return for one more WrestleMania. Give him sign him after WrestleMania 32 and give him a deal to WrestleMania 33. And then let him just go off to the sunset, with his career and everything. Also asked, will Shane O'Mac win at WrestleMania? I'm not sure. See, at one point, they're advertising Raw, Raw versus WWE or something like that. Like, at upcoming events after WrestleMania. And now they're advertising the Authority to be there. So, really, who knows? So, I'd like for him to win, but I don't know if he's going to beat The Undertaker, in Hell in a Cell. That's a big task, honestly. Alright. Question here from Supreme Roman R. How far do you think Oregon will get in the NCAA tournament, March Madness? Basically, the biggest tournament for college basketball. It's the funniest tournament I've ever seen. There's so many upsets. If you don't watch college basketball, please just watch it during this period, because you're talking about some good upsets. It's definitely good games. Not a lot of blowout games unless you have one of the best teams versus one of the worst teams in the tournament. One seed versus 16 seed, probably boring games. But other than that, pretty good games overall. Might be some blowouts, but not a lot. And that's for a fact. From question here from first time asker, I know for sure. VERMA1NISHANT. Please follow him. Said, will the Authority ever turn face? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to turn face. I do know Triple H is the face in the feud with Roman Reigns, if you want to know that. Will they turn face? Who knows? They could, but I just don't see it. It wouldn't be really a good fit for Stephanie, at least. Triple H I could see, but Stephanie, not really at all. Just something I couldn't see. Okay, first time asker, but he's got his own YouTube channel. Please check it out at WWE Town Nation. After the town, there's another N, so it's at WWE Town Nation. Alright, he asked two questions here. So if you could trade one star from anywhere, I'm guessing from the Indies, TNA, Ring of Honor, in the word for one WWE star, who would it be? Well, I tell you something, I'd definitely, let's see, get one WWE star out and bring someone else in. That's a good one. Very, very great question. The person I would bring in would probably be Kurt Angle. Honestly, yes, it'd be Kurt Angle. And the one that I just leave out, Fandango. Just get his ass out there. Because let's be honest, I don't know what his career is going to end up being. I don't know what it is now, honestly. Not really done much. Might as well just start dancing during the commercials to entertain people at live events, Raw, SmackDown, whatever. Last question. Your WrestleMania dream match card. Okay. Well, if we're thinking of all time and like, I don't. This one's a tough one. Very good 2 questions from you. Probably start out the show with I don't know. I guess I start out the show with a TLC tag team match for the tag team championships. Probably be New Day versus Edge and Christian, if they could still wrestle, versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys. That would be my first match to kick off one of the best WrestleMania cards you've ever seen in your life. Yes. That would be. Everyone says, why not middle of the show? If you're going to kick off WrestleMania big, might as well go at it full force. Next, I'd probably start it would be a Divas match. I'd go with Bayley versus Sasha versus Becky versus Natty for the women's championship. Not the Divas. We're bringing out the women's championship. And probably with Sasha Banks holding the belt. Oh, what'd you say? What about Charlotte? I'm not big on Charlotte, even though she's done good as like a heel right now, honestly. But she might grow on me. You never know. But that's how Roman did on me. He grew on me, and like I started liking him. Charlotte, not too much. Third, let me reframe this. Those would be the first 2 matches of the card, but the pre-show I would have the Battle Royal. And I'd have upcoming star black. Let's see. I have Tyler Breeze winning it to start off his if this was WrestleMania 32, and like with anybody you could have, I think I'd have him coming up so he could win it and then go on to do better things in the future. I'd have Tyler Breeze win it. Tyler Breeze and Titus O'Neil as the last 2, and Tyler Breeze wins. Because those 2, I think, are going to be big for WWE's future, honestly. The third match, boy, this is going to be hard. Let's see. I'd go with a hardcore championship match. I'd bring the hardcore championship title back. And I wish he wasn't dead, but I'd bring Crash back. You know why? Because this dude defended it 24/7, and then they just started doing it after when he lost the belt and everything. So Crash is really the one that started that, and I'd definitely have him in the match. I'd say have Hardcore Harley, of course, Taz, and there's one more good one. The Big Boss Man, and a Fatal 4-Way for the Hardcore Championship. And then the next match I'd do, I'd probably only do about 6 or 7. That's a good solid amount, and let them have time. The fourth match, let's see. Probably for the United States Championship, probably have Kalisto, Rey Mysterio, Neville, I'd throw in Sin Cara there because he's a good high flyer. And probably, let's see, Evan Bourne as a fifth one. And who's one more I could have? Probably Jeff Hardy. All six of them for a United States Championship in a ladder match, like a Money in the Bank type of thing. Let's see. Intercontinental Championship. This would be the fifth match. I'd have Kevin Owens. I'm not trying to have a lot of past superstars. It's kind of hard, somewhat. I'd have Kevin Owens as champion versus Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan in just a straight out normal fight. I think that'd be a great match. To have just as the next match, just to have a big type of match and have a feud, I'd go, let's see. I'd go with Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon. Because they had a very interesting match at King of the Ring. And boy, if Kurt Angle didn't just tear Shane apart. I'd like to see them. Probably no DQ match. And then for Undertaker's match, I go with The Undertaker versus John Cena. I've always wanted to see that match. And for the WWE Championship, I'd say we go out big for it. If we're going to do WrestleMania big, we might as well do it very damn big. I'd honestly have a Hell in a Cell match between 6 men. Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Dean, Seth, and Cesaro for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, I'd have Brock having the title, you know what I mean? But all those matches, that's my card. I wasn't trying to do a lot of former wrestlers, trying to keep it normal, current, but that would be my card. Very good 2 questions. Thank you. For at War Eagle 041409 said, I personally want Styles versus Kevin Owens. That was a pretty good match with SmackDown. What's your thoughts on what match WWE hasn't made you think they should make? When he comes back, I'd like to see Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar. I think that would be a very interesting match. And Kevin Owens versus Brock. That'd be the 2 good matches I'd really like to see. What is my thoughts on the brand split after WrestleMania if Shane wins? I'd enjoy this brand split. I'd have to watch SmackDown. I mean, I try to watch SmackDown. Sometimes I just forget, and I'll be the first to admit it. I did not watch SmackDown because I forgot it, and I've been watching this March Madness with basketball because it's been very, very good. Yeah, I miss SmackDown, but my thoughts would be I'd love this brand split. It'd be very, very, very good to me. Alright, last few questions here from Jen Wrestler. Hope you have a great trip again, going home to visit in Alaska. Said, what is a dream match you would love to see with the current roster? Said, Taker versus that Shinako Nakanome or whatever from Japan. I can't say his name. Said, would kill me in a good way. I'll give you 2. For Undertaker, it'd be Taker versus Cena, or Taker versus Finn Balor. I think that'd be very entertaining matches. One more I do. Dream match. We're talking about any wrestlers. Oh man, this is very hard. AJ Styles. My dream match right now, step with the Taker ones, is AJ Styles versus Neville. I'd just like to see him be high flyers. If you add Kalisto to that mix too, oh my goodness. Whew. That'd be entertaining to me. What match would you have loved to see at this year's WrestleMania that won't happen? John Cena versus Undertaker. That was pretty much in the works after that stupid Braun Strowman and Undertaker rumor happened. That was pretty much in the works before John Cena got injured. That match I'd love to see. Said I had to ask this. Said, what would your gimmick be if you were to be a wrestler? Said I would choose to be an MMA style diva. I'd be the type of force like Brock Lesnar. I'd like to be like that. Maybe not with the German suplexes, but I just love to be that powerful force. You're like, when you see him, you're like, damn, he is strong as hell. Just something like that. And I wouldn't have to be a big I'd be alright on the mic, ain't gonna lie. I might not be the best. But if this was the Attitude Era and I was in it, I could cut a damn mean promo, I believe. So, something like Brock Lesnar, big, tough, just a tough son of a bitch, basically. So, something like that, most definitely. Neville and Bray Wyatt, talking about them, their injuries. Bray Wyatt has been suffering from a back injury for a long time. It just came out. He's going to set. Rumors are that he's going to miss WrestleMania 32, which I hate it for him. I really do. And also with Neville on Raw with this match, he went to slide down and his ankle got caught up or something like that. And he's got a fractured ankle and something else. He's going to be out for about 3 months or maybe a little bit more longer. So he's missing WrestleMania also, which for him and Bray to miss WrestleMania, I hate it for him because Neville probably would have been in that Intercontinental multi-match, ladder match for the title. He'd probably be in it, so it'd be entertaining to see what he would do. But we're not going to be able to see it now, which I'm disappointed in that. But I hope both of them recover very, very soon. Talking about recoveries, thank God, one person from injury is coming back soon, April 15th. Cesaro is coming back, April 15th. He'll be, his first event will be like a WWE live event in Germany or something like that. I'm not sure. But I know the date is April 15th, so less than a month, so he's back. And also expected to return sooner is Seth, and then thought of, missing more, but he's supposed to be expected to return sooner. So I can't wait to see him. I mean, who knows? Let's see, it's been about 4 months now. A little over 4 months. So we could see him back here in another month and a half, maybe. Maybe less. You never know. He's already been training to wrestle. And here are my thoughts on the WWE Hall of Fame so far. So far we got the Godfather, Sting, the Freebirds, Jacqueline, and the Big Boss Man. Let me start with the Freebirds. You know, I don't know so much about the Freebirds because they were past my time and everything. But what I hear about them, this was a good choice. And I don't know why people hate Michael P. Hayes, but I'd like to, have a good explaining why people, excuse me, hate him. Something about he's just, I don't know. I just like to have someone explain to me. But I'm glad they're going in. What I've heard about them as a group, they really changed the way wrestling was and how tag teams were. They're dominant tag team. So I am glad they are going to the Hall of Fame. The Big Boss Man. I've went back and watched Raws from, 97 through 99, and I'm almost past 2000 now. This man was the ultimate heel throughout that time that I know of. I'm just going to talk about him the time that I know I've seen and everything. This man has done... He's just done a lot for the company. Like, I don't remember him being a good guy throughout that 30 years that I've been watching, time period. When I say he's the ultimate heel, he is nothing less than the ultimate heel because he was so great as a heel. The crowd would boo him every damn time he would get out. It come out. He deserves it beyond, I believe. We got Jacqueline that was just introduced to the Hall of Fame this last week. Very tough women's wrestler. Very tough. And hell, she won the damn cruiserweight title against Chavo Guerrero in 2004 on SmackDown. Very, very tough woman. Very good all around women's wrestler and everything. I'm glad to see her in the Hall of Fame. What this reminds me of, Molly Holly needs to be in the Hall of Fame here at least next year. She should go in next year because she is one of the greats to ever wrestle as a women's wrestler. Molly Holly needs to be inducted next year for sure. Alright, and here comes the Godfather. Oh man, you talking about one of the most entertaining individuals ever in the WWF/WWE. Oh man. Back within the Attitude Era, he started with the Nation of Domination as Karma or something like that. I might say it wrong, but I know what it was. Very big, you're like, who is this dude? And then when he gets on his own as the Godfather, oh my, you talking about just going from people know who you are in the Nation of Domination, from going all the way up to the ladder as one of the best reactions when his music hits. Can't get nothing better than that. With his phrases, I'll never forget these phrases he has. He'll come out and just talk. Said, the Godfather be pimpin' hoes. And every time he do it, when WWE kind of gotten a little edgy with their stuff, like not trying to be too edgy. He'd do this like you say nationwide. Let the crowd do that. And then he'd say, roll a fatty for this pimp daddy. Light that motherfucker up. And say, pimp. And then he'd give it back to him and say, pimpin' ain't easy. But he used to say it, and the crowd, when he said it, the crowd would be so loud doing it. One of the most entertaining people ever. And of course, he had his hoes with him. Which, I mean, that's funny too. But his lines were the best. He was a good wrestler. He could have been better. I'm not going to lie. But with the part of entertaining the crowd and wrestling with that too, pretty good. He does deserve in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I think they could have waited maybe another year or two to put him in the Hall of Fame. But he deserves to be there. Alright, on the last one that's been on the Hall of Fame, like the last one I haven't talked about, Sting is in the Hall of Fame. Now, this would be better if he would have beaten Triple H at WrestleMania 31. I really think they got that wrong. I don't know why Triple H really had to win, but I thought Sting should have had his WrestleMania moment and won. But Triple H had to be. Triple H has had people got people over, but he should let Sting have a moment and just let Sting win. But Triple H ain't gonna do that on that one because that's WCW's biggest star. They gotta have WWE win. Just plain out ridiculous. But Sting is finally in the Hall of Fame. This is one of the most deserving people to go into the WWE's Hall of Fame for damn sure. He should definitely close out the show no matter who else is in this damn Hall of Fame. Talking about a damn career he had. That was a hell of a career. I mean, from his days of, orange and white paint and tag teaming with Lex Luger. And then he disappears and then comes back to WCW, this black and white paint, and looks like a damn scarecrow or something like that. And then he just knocked it up one notch. And then when he went to TNA, he still had good matches. I mean, hell, he still had good matches. And then when he came back to WWE and made an appearance, when I first saw him, every time I see him, like even if he does surprise appearances, everything, I get goosebumps because it's just one of those characters. When you see him, you're like, you can't get enough of him. Honestly, that's how I am with Sting. But these are the 5 so far. You got the Freebirds. You got Jacqueline, Big Boss Man, The Godfather, and Sting. I wish WWE would just not be like, oh, breaking news, first reported from blah blah blah, is into the Hall of Fame. No. Just let us wait until Raw around 10:30 like they do it every Monday about. And just let us wait till then and see who's actually in the Hall of Fame. I hate how they are doing it right now, and I just wish they'd wait. But, WWE's going to do their thing. But so far, I'd give this class an A. Well, maybe a B. B plus at best right now. Like Jen Wrestler would say, B plus. Daniel Bryant's B plus. I would give them that right now. But it could get better. You never know. Rumor names like the Snoop Dogg is supposed to be inducted as the celebrity. So I don't know. Who knows? Stan Hansen's rumored. JBL maybe. So, if JBL goes in, they should go in as the APA to me. And Farouk to be in too. So, I don't think they should go individually. It should be as a tag team. But that's my thoughts on the Hall of Fame. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Man, I appreciate everyone's help to either retweet, favorite, the tweets I do about every video, or just viewing the video, giving it a thumbs up, or subscribing, like the 18 people I have. I just appreciate everything like that. I really do. So, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I'll be back on Monday night, possibly, or it might be Tuesday night, or Tuesday night or day, for my Raw review. Until then, I'll see you down the road.